All right. Hello, hello. Glad you guys are here with us today. Happy Saturday to all of you. My name's Brandon, and I'm glad you're here because the information we're going to share with you is information that we think is so important for so many people to get. I don't know what or how you were invited, but I know the person that shared this with you was pretty excited for you to get it. So I'm glad you're here. Thanks for taking the time out of your busy day. And, as I said, this may or may not be for you, but the only way to figure that out is to get all the information. And so let's kind of jump into this. Health is extremely important to all of us. And I think it becomes even more important when we start to not feel so good. Maybe we're missing work and all of a sudden you got to start feeling better because it's costing you money. Or maybe someone's gotten really sick in the family and it's hurting the family. And so you can debate that health may be the most important thing we have. And for that reason alone, we're super excited for you to be here with us today, because we know, that the food that we eat today, it's not the same food that was available just a few decades ago. In other words, your grandparents, maybe they lived a healthier life, and maybe you thought maybe they didn't eat as good as we do today. But here's the deal. The food that we eat today is not nearly as nutritious as the food that we ate just a few short years ago. Why is that? Pretty simple. Corporate greed. Profits have become priority versus the actual nutrition and the density of the nutrition in the food we get. We live very busy lives. Cell phones are a part of our life today. We're constantly on the go. Our environment that we put ourselves in, lack of sleep, all these things play a role in how we feel. And we know that people are conscious of this because there's all kind of crazy diets going on today. Some work really well maybe, but the question is, how long can you stay on that diet? And are they really healthy for you long term? So losing weight's one thing, but your health is something completely different. But the trends are there. The trends are in place. You got corporations like Whole Foods, who was just purchased by Amazon for over $13 billion. Two incredibly intelligent organizations that understand trends. The organic world last year, organic foods in general, sales were around $90 billion. And so whether it's fad diets or organic foods, or at a very minimum, maybe reading some labels on the back of boxes that you're choosing to eat the contents of, we're all trying to become more and more conscious of our health. And what we're really excited to talk to you guys about is the ability to get your body to take care of itself again, the way it used to years ago. In fact, as a teenager. Yeah, pretty incredible, right? And so, no, there's no such thing as a magic pill, but for sure, we know your body is incredible. If you cut yourself, it bleeds for a reason, to keep the infection out. Then it kind of stops bleeding, and there's a scab there, and that scab keeps the infection out, dirt out, and over time, before long, the scab's gone, the skin's healed, and it does that. You don't have to take anything for your body to do that. Now, that's something just kind of superficial. But internally, when we're younger, the same things are going on at a cellular level. Problem is, internally, after about 20 years old, our body is not taking care of itself anymore, and not the way it was previously. And then the aging process is underway. And people don't die from diseases. Well, they sort of do, but they sort of don't. It's from aging. And it's something called oxidative stress. You may or may not have heard about it. It's something that I've educated myself on now for a number of years, because I have my own health stories. I had skin cancer in the early 2000s, required, you probably can see the scar maybe still there, over 30 stitches and a plastic surgeon to come behind, because the first surgery was pretty pretty brutal. I watched my grandfather die in his 50s from cancer. That's kind of part of why we're here. And so I've witnessed it firsthand. Maybe you witnessed it, maybe you're going through it right now. And if so, that's why whoever invited you here was really excited for you to hear about what scientists are calling a medical breakthrough. Literally, scientists, universities are calling this product a medical breakthrough. We call it the crazy yellow pill because that's what it is. It's one pill a day that we take. And we'll let this video kind of do a little bit of the explaining of what it does. When we come back, I'll talk to you a little bit more about how you can take advantage of it, what the company has done to make this available to us. So let me share my screen, and when doing so, I will put a video on that's just a few minutes, quick clip. But just know this is ABC News, and it's something that aired many years ago. So I'll update you on what's happened since then. So let's see. Let me make sure I optimize. Hang on one second. I want to make sure I optimize this share by hitting these buttons here at the bottom, which I had not. So I'm glad I caught that. So here we go. That's okay. Well, okay, hang on. Let's see if that does it. unmute myself. Here we go. Okay. So now you get to see why we're so excited about this product. That was ABC News, guys. Now that video is not a new video, but that shows you that this isn't something new. This is something that's been in the works for some time. The research is called around nutrigenomics. Don't let that word kind of throw you for a loop. It's really simple. It's the way nutrition affects our genetics. And there's only 5 plants in here, but that video is proof of the validity of what we have, guys. In fact, the doctors there talked about a number of diseases that affect and plague millions and millions of people. And this is beyond huge for human health, because we can say now you heard in there one of the doctors say that some studies have started that we hope in the future can substantiate longevity. Well, guess what? There was a study that started right about the same time as that video, about 2004, 2005, by the National Institute of Aging. It's an agency that, by title, you can imagine, studies a number of compounds and products for us to combat aging, right? They just released a study last year, or maybe it was the year before, in the last 18 months or so, that says Protandim, this product, not the ingredients of it, but this product is the only product in the last 20 years of that agency studying products. It's the first product that they've ever found extends lifespan, guys. That is a massive statement, a massive statement. We can literally go to our friends and our networks and anybody that cares about their health and say, listen, there is a product proven to extend lifespan. This is it. So yeah, we're super excited about it. I've been taking this product for a number of years. It's kind of the foundation for a set of products. I actually take the Vitality Stack. So it's got Protandim in it, as well as some other products that optimize my health. Your gut is extremely important, and gut health is extremely important to your overall well-being. We have a product in there for that, but to simplify this thing, this is where it starts. This is where it starts. It's only $41 for a month's supply, guys. $41. So we were in, I knew I was going to take it. I feel great on it. But a lot of people want to know, hey, what am I going to feel? Well, a lot of people report better sleep, better energy, better mental clarity at school and at work. We've got younger people that have focus issues and older people that have focus issues that are taking advantage of this product. And from there on, some of the results are just mind-blowing, right? But some people want that rock solid, scientific proof. And we've got that like nobody. We've got over 24 peer-reviewed and then published studies that you can pull up right off PubMed.gov that name Protandim specifically. And it says that it reduces that oxidative stress by 40%. In fact, we can tell the world that we reduce oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is what's connected to every disease you know. It's connected to every ailment you know, everything that doesn't feel good on your body right now. Everything that doesn't feel good on your body right now, the root cause is oxidative stress. And you, by taking this product, can reduce oxidative stress by 40% in just 30 days. And so, yeah, that's why we take it, and then maybe some of you are looking at this like I did, a little skeptical eye, but also from an entrepreneurial standpoint. And I wanted to know what this was all about. I'm like, why am I hearing about this from my cousin? It was my cousin who introduced this to me. And so I dug into it a little bit. And the entrepreneurial side of me, when I got involved, I was very frustrated with providing for my family, because it wasn't the work that I was doing that was frustrating me. It was the process. The work was fine. I actually enjoyed the work. but it was the process. It was what I had to do and the amount of hours I had to put in. And I was frustrated. And I was then told that there was the ability to earn some extra money with this product and with LifeVantage. And so I was interested. My grandfather, as I told you, he died when he was 56. I was 9. And so I thought he was old because I was 9. Now I know 56 is very young. Here's my point. We know that that product extends life. What if it just extended his life 10 years? Just 10 years. Guys, the difference between he was an amazing entrepreneur. He owned a bunch of different businesses. I mean, we were in South Louisiana. He wanted to get into the fishing industry, shrimp. So he had shrimp boats, and there wasn't enough ice factories apparently because it took too long to get ice for his boats. He had to load the boat with ice before they go out. He got tired of waiting. He built an ice factory so that his boats could get ice first. It's just, I love the stories, but I was 9. But could you imagine if he was around for 10 more years? What's the difference between a 9-year-old and a 19-year-old in their ability to learn and understand? It's huge. And so for that reason alone, I know that this product, when enough people start to find out about it, that we can actually extend life, everyone's going to take it. And for me, I knew that I wanted to be a part of the message, sharing that and figuring out how I could earn some money with it. And now I want to share with you I want you to get a little bit of a look inside of some other people's lives from all walks of life with circumstances probably like yours, how they took this information. So we got the information about the product, okay? I want you to kind of look at their mindset, how they took this information and some of the results. So I'm going to share my screen again, and I want you to take a look at what some of these families have done.
I clearly remember waking up one day and thinking that this is what every day is going to look like for the rest of my life. You know, wake up, get the kids ready for school, go to work, come home, feed the kids, go to bed, and do it all over again the next day.
The exact moment, I know when it was. I was watching my grandma get ready for work. She's 75 years old. She didn't want to go to work, but she had to.
Well, it hit us like a flash of lightning. Isaiah and I were working on what we were going to do after he retired and put numbers together, and turned out that we would need $2 million if we lived to be 80. Yeah, $2 million. There's no way, right?
The economy tanked and my firm went under, and I'm not looking for a job, you know? I'm overqualified. And they got these college kids getting out of college that are willing to work for pennies. You know, I thought you work hard, you're loyal to the company, and everything's going to be fine, but that just wasn't the case.
I was excited about my job, you know, I was positive about it. It was the job I always wanted to have, but then I realized that all I was doing was working. Long hours, weekends, and one day when I was in the bus, I saw this park, beautiful park, families playing, and I realized I never do that anymore. What can I do so I can live today and not wait for some unknown future so I can start living my life?
You know, I had this degree from an amazing university, all my friends did, and we thought that when we got out of college that we were going to be able to find a job just like that. And that wasn't the case. You know, we got out, couldn't find a job in our field, and that was when I decided that something needed to be different.
Can you believe 70% of people in the US won't be able to retire, like my grandma? It made me realize that I needed to do something different for my family outside of that broken system.
I had to take control.
I just knew something had to change, you know?
Nobody was going to determine my worth but me.
I learned about protandem and how it was the result of a huge scientific breakthrough in something in our bodies called NRF2. It's actually a protein in our genes.
Oh yeah, I mean, Harvard, LSU, Ohio State, University of Colorado, Denver.
Texas Tech, Virginia Commonwealth, Colorado State.
Free Radical Biology, the American Journal of Physiology, Circulation. I read them all.
I even watched ABC Primetime, NBC Today show. I mean, I wanted to know everything, and it was indisputable.
This product was proven over and over again.
Well, the study showed that Protandim was literally combating the effects of aging at a cellular level. Just as soon as I realized that I could have a business and it helped people, I mean, everybody says that they want to help people, you know, but we really do. I really help people.
Yeah, for me, it was a big deal that we were a global public company traded on the NASDAQ. I mean, just knowing that we hold ourselves to a higher standard of responsibility, of quality, transparency, and that was important to me.
And then the check started coming. I actually even have my very first check in a place where I can see it, just to remember how once upon a time life was passing me by.
Well, it wasn't huge, of course, when we first started, but we started making enough to pay things like groceries and rent, and last month we even took a vacation. And now we have a retirement, right?
Well, my favorite thing is when they ask me, so what do you do for a living? And I tell them, I help people. And I do. I help people retire. I help people be happy. That's my job. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, I mean, with a franchise, I mean, really, I would just be managing someone else's business. But with LifeVantage, this is my business, and it's how I support my family. But I also get to live my life. You know, I get time to spend with my family and my kids, and I'm present now, rather than my mind being somewhere else.
I feel like this is the first time in our lives that we don't wonder what our future is going to look like.
It's a group, you know, I'm not alone. I love it. I'm not alone, and I don't have to worry about people trying to climb over me to get ahead, or people hoping that I fail within the company. It's the people that I work with now actually care about my success. You know, they care about me succeeding within this company, and yeah, I love it.
LifeVantage is just great. I mean, I love it that they are never content with just standing still. I mean, they could have said with this breakthrough with NRF2 that they were done.
Yeah, but they don't. And they didn't, and they won't. They keep researching, they keep innovating, and instead of focusing on fads, they're using nutrigenomics to create products that people love and that people actually use.
That's the community I joined, a community that keeps on researching, keeps innovating. That's why we're a leader of the nutrigenomic field, because we keep building on our research.
My favorite part is that I get to be with my kids. I get to help people. It's not a job if it's something you believe in, it's a life.
What she says, we're getting healthy and wealthy. I just call it freedom.
All right, let's see if I'm still muted out. Nope, sounds good. All right, we're still recording. So I hope you enjoyed that video, that look into those people's lives. Maybe you saw some similarities in your life. I know I certainly saw some of my past in there. And so I hope you've seen enough. We've got other products other than Protandim. As I alluded to, the Vitality Stack is what I take, my wife takes. But we've branched out into some other products. But at the end of the day, this is what everybody should be taking. It's amazing, it's affordable, and I don't know why anybody wouldn't take it. And so in order to get it, it's simple. Just ask the person that invited you to watch this, whether it's live or being recorded, you're watching this later, to give you their link. As distributors, we have links. I'm going to, in just a few minutes, for those that are going to stick around for the training, I'm going to show you how to set your own links up and how to do this business, actually, with a quick start training. But ask them for their link. They'll send you a link through text message or through email that will then have a cart attached to it, and you can order the products there. And so hopefully you guys have enjoyed what you've seen. Hopefully you've seen enough that you'll take the products. If you're like us and you're looking, like, you know, we don't ever know what people are going to think when they see this, but we are looking for people who are looking, right? That are looking to earn some extra money, looking to maybe get to travel, looking to be able to do things on other days than just Saturday or Sunday with their families, right? To have some time freedom. We're looking for some people that want some relief from the stress of earning a living because they're barely squeaking by. And we're looking for people who are looking down the road and saying, hey, I don't want to work for the rest of my life in order for me to be able to have some income. So if that's you, I'm excited you got this information and I hope you join us. In fact, somewhere in the room right now, there may be someone waving. Hey, look in the back of the room right now or look around. Someone may be there with an iPad and saying, look at me. We can sign you up as a distributor over there. Or look around and maybe someone's got some paper applications. So if you're ready to get started, we're prepared to help you get started with us today. So just go see them. We're going to pause this video real quick. Go see them. And when we come back, we'll get into a get started training. Very simple process. So let's go ahead and pause now and we'll see you guys in just a few minutes. All right, that wasn't a few minutes, it was a few seconds if you kept the play going, just enough for me to get a sip of some water. But regardless, thank you guys. I'm excited to be here with you now, getting into a get started training, simple stuff of what we're gonna do to help you now take the information you just heard and turn that into some income. You know, if you saw the profit potential, then hopefully you said, yes, I see it. We can sign up as a distributor. And as you probably just found out, it's not that hard to become a distributor with LifeVantage. The larger the pack, the larger the opportunity. It's really that simple. You know, we have the silver, the gold, and the platinum packs. I signed up on a platinum pack, and honestly, it's just numbers. People are going to do what you do. And so for every one person that signs up on a silver pack, you're going to need, or actually for every one person that signs up on a platinum, I should have said, you're going to need four silvers. So it's a lot more work building your business with silver kits. So as I said just a few seconds ago, bigger the pack, bigger the opportunity. But there's different budgets out there. But here's what we want to do now. Let's move into our Get Started training. It's something that is really, really important for your business, my business, and moving forward, because what we do is a duplication type business. It's not complicated. In fact, if your process is complicated, it won't work. If it's only designed for, you know, really techie people, it won't work. If only doctors can do this, it won't work. This has to be something that everybody can do, so it must be simple. And in order to keep things simple, we have put together some tools for you. So I am going to share my screen again so that we can go out on the web, and I'm going to show you exactly how things have been set up for you to take advantage of what we have. So let me share the screen again. Jump out here. Let's minimize some things. And let's pull up our internet browser. And I'm going to go to teamtrueblue.org. So now you are looking at our team website. It's constantly being updated, and you may look right here where it says start here. Pretty simple. Get started checklist. I want you to print those out. If you don't have them already, I want you guys to print these out at a later time. But we're going to be going through this get started training. Let me go ahead and click on it so you'll see what it looks like when you download it. So sharing screen, and if you're looking up here in the little corner at me, I've got mine downloaded right here, right? And we'll be going through this together. So first things first, we want you to be confident in what you're doing. We know consistency breeds confidence, and we want to connect with you as well so that you know we're doing this as a team and that there's a community around this. So first thing we want you to do is get focused on what you want, right? What are the 3 reasons you joined us? Some people, I don't want to put, any words in anybody's mouth, but some people just want to feel better. Some people want to lose some weight. Some people want their skin to be better. Some people want to make enough money to kind of finance their health, meaning they can make enough money to pay for these products, pay for all the products. And that way they're really optimizing their health without any extra expenses. It's kind of self-funding itself. That's very simple to do. We're just sharing what we do, right? And secondly, there are people out there that want to make a real dent in maybe their debt or their family budget. They want to make a few $1,000s. And then there's others that see the opportunity and want to take this as far as they possibly can. But just make sure that you fill this worksheet out, this checklist out, okay? And getting focused on what you want is important because we don't know where to go next unless we know what you want. As your support team, we need to know what you want and set you down that path, right? We have a path for people who just want to kind of get their products for free. We've got a path for people who want to make a couple $1,000s a month. And we've got a path for people who want to replace their income. And so let us know what that is. And if it's not written down, it's just kind of a wish. It's not a goal. You're just hoping at that point. So physically write it down and share that out, right? Let's scroll down a little bit more to getting paid. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to you, I'm sure, how to get paid. Make sure that you have at least a $40 subscription active every month in your back office. Now, what's the back office? That's, I'll show you in just a little bit. When you signed up, you got a website dedicated just to you, for you to run your business, monitor your business, but make sure that you have at least a $40 subscription. Now, the safe thing to do is to have a $200 subscription, because $200 maximizes the compensation plan and it doesn't make you dependent on anyone else purchasing product. And so here's the deal. To maximize the comp plan, you need $200 in what we call PV, personal volume. All right, some people will call it points. 200 points PV. That maximizes the comp plan, allows you to earn 100% of the commissions due to you. If it drops below 200, then you don't earn the full amount. And so for those of you that go, well, I don't need $200, the company understands that and has made this option available where you can get just, where did it go? Just the one bottle of Protandim, right? It's $41, 40 points. And if you have 4 other people, let's see, did I do that math right? I think so, I did that math right. You will be able to have 200, so let's just do it, right? 5, you need 5 total, right? So you plus the others gives you your total amount of people that you would need to have the PV. So 40 PV is 1, right? And then 2 would be 80. 3 would be 120, 4 would be 160, right? And then 5 would be your total for 200, right? Doing that math on camera, I hope I got that right, and I hope I didn't confuse you. 5 people total, including yourself, right? 4 customers of just this product. Now, if they're using some of the other products that are more, of course, that would give you more points. Just make sure that you have 200 PV, whether it's your purchases or the purchase of a network of customers, so that you get paid. So set that subscription up immediately, all right? Let's get organized. That's the next step. How do we get organized? Well, we do that by making a list. Now, I don't want you guys to, get ready to get ready, as the saying goes. make an initial list of 20 names. Okay, all of you can do that. You can, right now as I'm speaking, you can be putting 20 names down. 20 names. Just think, if you lost your job, who are the first 20 people you would call looking for connection? Hey, I need a job. Do you know anybody looking? Who are those 20 people? If you started a new restaurant, who would be the first 20 people that you would invite to your grand opening, right? Put that initial list together and then work your way up to at least 200 names. Add people every day. The saying is, if you think it, ink it. I like to use paper. In fact, I launched this business with just index cards, names, phone numbers, and some index cards with a rubber band. Some people want to do it digitally. I kind of do that as well. But get organized, because that list, that initial list, is super, super important so that we can launch your business. And that's really the next step, is getting launched. Getting launched entails we pick a day and a time that we're going to start telling the world about this business publicly. And I know that's a little fearful for some people, like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't want to mess this up. I don't want them to think I'm crazy. Well, they already think you're crazy. We're all kind of crazy. In fact, I think working 40 years of your life, the best years of your life, not getting paid what you're worth is crazy. And then you retire to only get half of the income that wasn't enough when you were working. I think that's crazy. And I think the notion that you're going to have $2 million or more in the bank doing what you're currently doing, or at least what I was doing, that was for sure crazy. I was never going to have $2 million saved in working for me, doing what I was doing before. And so that's why I said, yes, the crazy people to me are the people who just keep doing the same things over and over and thinking something's going to change. I think that's crazy. So listen, no one is going to think you're crazy, because we think that they think, but they don't. They don't. So pick a date and a time when you're going to have what we call your launch. Now, your launch meeting can be in your home. That is super powerful. In fact, I don't think there's a more powerful way to start this business than having a few people over at your house, very relaxed atmosphere, have a few distributors there with you that can help support you. You can tell your story about how you got excited about what you saw. They can share some information. You can share how you're feeling on the product. They can share how they're feeling on the product. And then they can show others that are attending how they can take advantage of the products of the business as well. Other people are launching through social media, through Facebook groups, private groups, where we can put people in a group and then we can go Facebook Live globally, not just in your community locally, but we can go globally and launch this business, or we can even do it on a phone call. There's a number of ways of doing it, but here's the thing, guys. Pick a date and a time. Pick a date and a time that we're going to do this, because without a date, without a commitment, it won't happen. It's the law of diminishing intent. John Maxwell talks about the law of diminishing intent, and that simply is, the longer you take to do something, the better chance you do nothing. Okay, so I say you put this out no more than 3 days from now. And you're like, oh, my house is dirty, I'm busy. Guys, that's not changing. Okay, if your house is dirty today, it's going to be dirty a week from now and a month from now. If you're busy now, you're going to be busy a week from now and a month from now. That is not changing. And that's why we did this. We did this to make some changes. Make a commitment to launching this thing on a day and a time, no more than 3 days from now, unless there's some crazy things going on in your life, maybe marriage, or I don't know. There's certain circumstances. Maybe you're moving from one house to the next. But for the vast majority of you, you can do a 20 to 30 minute launch meeting in the next 3 days with the assistance of the people that help sign you up and your support system that's all around you. Okay, so let's keep going now onto the second page. Get started. So here's what we're going to be doing to get people to that meeting is we are going to start inviting them. And we want to invite at least one person a day. Some will invite 3 to 5 people a day or more, but invite just at least one a day. And there's a sample invite in here that says, hey, I just started a new business that I'm really excited about. If I send you a link to a short video, will you watch it? If they have questions, which they will, they're going to say, what is it? That's why we're sending the video. Watch the video. I'll follow up with you. And that's exactly what the next step is. And it's a step most people miss, is the follow-up. Again, people that help sign you up can coach you through the best ways to follow up. But follow-up is where it's at. When you follow up, just say, hey, what did you like about what you saw? And then listen, guys. This is not a matter of convincing people. It's a matter of finding people who are looking, right? You were looking, I was looking. Not everybody is looking. But sooner or later in everyone's life, people are looking for change. And hopefully we're in the right spot at the right time, right? It takes 5 to 10 touches many times to get people to make a decision. I like to tell people not making a decision is actually making a decision. And then finally, in this get started process, so you got to invite some people. You got to follow up with some people. And the third step that's super important, especially in the beginning, not so much later in your business, but especially in the beginning, is third-party validation. And what I mean by that is later in your business, like for my wife and I and many others leaders on the team, I've got people that call me and text me and say, can I sign up with you? And I don't even know them, right? And so I didn't need third-party validation. Kind of our success in the business has been that validation. But in the very beginning, we were just like you. No one knew what we were doing. And there was no validation because we had never had any success at this type business. And if you've not made 6 figures or more a year in network marketing, then you really haven't had tremendous success in network marketing. And you're going to need validation, especially in the very beginning, because you're going to be talking to some of the closest people in your network. And they're going to be skeptical. And what you need is someone to lean on that can share their experience with the products, their experience with the business, and answer some of those questions that you might think is pretty difficult at the very beginning. And it's the essence of duplication. If you're not using third-party validation, you've got a job. Like if you have to be the one telling everybody the information for your contacts and other contacts, then you've got a sales job. Because that means if your mouth isn't moving, your bank account isn't moving. And see, I like my bank account to grow when I'm doing nothing. And I think so would you. And that's the basis of why we use third-party validation, so that we have leverage in this business, all right? And just remember, you're not the message, you're the messenger, right? So please use the tools to deliver the message. Use your team to help deliver the message. And we've got a lot of invite scripts that you can look at on our team website. I'll show you that in just a little bit at teamtrueblue.org. Next thing is I want you guys to get connected. All right. So I want you to watch the welcome video that accompanies this. You don't have to watch it, immediately, but watch it because it kind of takes people through this. And it's always, we're constantly refining and improving this list to make things simple and to give other tools so that there's video tutorials to help people through the business that really want to grow this business. Also, I want you to connect with our Facebook group, our social communities. A big part of why people do this business is to be a part of something bigger than them, to be able to participate and give back. And that's why we have our Facebook groups set up. Team True Blue is constantly active every day. If you're not in there already, make sure you become a part of Team True Blue. Announce yourself, say, hey, here I am, excited to be a part. Here's some of my goals, and watch what happens when you do that. Next step is to get social. Now, not everybody wants to be on social media. Not everybody wants to participate and build a business on social media, and that's fine. Some of you, though, That may be the only thing you want to do, all on social media, and that is fine as well. We have training videos there. So at teamtrueblue.org that will take you through an attraction marketing style of business that you can build on social media. I will tell you this though, please, as it says under Get Social number 2, I'm just going to read it. Do not post on your social media accounts about LifeVantage or your products until you understand some basic do's and don'ts about social media. We have a very effective system if you use it right. A lot of people, guys, will go out today, they sign up and they start putting pictures of Pretandem and telling everybody, you know, they're going to be millionaires. Don't do that. Don't use the words LifeVantage. Don't use the product names. Get some training. Get with the people. Listen. Seek out some people who have had success on social media. Seek out some people that are getting enrollments by people finding them, okay? Because those are the people that have a pretty good understanding of social media. All right, get some skills. This is important, right? Take skills to be good at anything. So you want to be at some events. Well, how do we get skills? Well, being a part of these virtual trainings like this is a part of ways you can get some skills. But Elite Academy is a big area where you can really elevate your belief and your skills. The next one is coming up. It's our global convention in just actually a few weeks. The end of this month, we've got one in Salt Lake City. It's not too late for you to be there. The flights are still affordable. There's still rooms available. Elite Academy, the people that attend Elite Academy, they earn 20 times more money. 20 times more money, guys, 20 times more money than the people who don't attend. Okay, so it's pretty clear that if you're doing this to make a few $1,000 or more, you probably can't afford to miss Elite Academy, right? And if you've purchased a gold or platinum pack, you've already got some prepaid tickets to the event. We also do live events. The next live event will be in January with Team True Blue. Look for that in a market near you. And we do these virtual trainings on the first Saturday of every month, okay? Last thing is you want to get results. So you want to contact your enroller. They may be with you right now. After you fill this out, you want to schedule a time to go through that with them and set up what we call your DMO, your daily method of operation. Okay, super important that you know what you're going to do on a daily basis, because without that, you don't have a business. Okay, anybody that owns a real business knows that there's daily actions that have to happen in order for the business to be alive. Same thing here, except you set the hours and you set the pay. Sky's the limit, guys. I don't know if a lot of people understand your income potential at LifeVantage is unlimited. It can be as small or as large as you can imagine, because there are no limits on our compensation plan. Pretty exciting, because that's what all of us want. Just the ability to do what we want, not have someone pay us what they think we're worth. So schedule that, get that daily method of operation in place, and you'll be on your way. So now what I'm gonna do, I am going to minimize this. We've also got an app from our company that is fantastic. I'm going to show you a couple quick videos because I want you to now download the app to your cell phone. So let me minimize this, and I'm going to bring up Ryan for our first video. 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Hi, my name is Ryan Goodwin, and I am Chief Marketing Officer here at LifeVantage, and I'm excited to show you how to use the brand new LifeVantage app. Now, step one is the most simplest of one, but some people don't know how to download an app to their phone, so I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Now, we've made it really simple for you to be able to download an app, and we've set it up so when you text the word LifeVantage to 44222, it will send you a quick link that you can tap on that will take you right to the App Store. So if you don't have the app already, let's download it together right now. So as you can see in my Messages app, I'm going to text to the number 44222. Whoops. 44222, just like that. And I'm going to text just the word LifeVantage, just like that. And when I do that, bam, I get two different links, one for the Apple Store and one for Android. I have an iPhone, so I'm going to tap on the Apple one. And it's going to ask me to open in App Store. I'm going to tap on open, and bam, there is the page for the new LifeVantage app. Now, I already have the app downloaded, so the call to action there is open. But if you haven't downloaded the app, it will say get, and you tap on get and it'll download right to your phone. Okay, so the second way that you can find the app is to simply search for it in your app store. It's in both the Apple App Store and the Android or Google Play Store. I have an iPhone, so I'll show you what it looks like on an iPhone. I'm going to open up the App Store. And then down here is the search option. And I'm just going to search for LifeVantage. And there you go. You can see that it's the top option right there. And if you hadn't downloaded it already, this button will say get. And you just have to tap on get and download the app. Once you've downloaded it, it's going to look just like that. And that's step one to using the app, downloading it to your phone.
Awesome. All right. So let me, let's see, let's minimize that one. Come out of here. And now that it's downloaded, let's show you how to log in.
All right. Now that you've downloaded the app, the next step is to log in. Now, to log into the app, you're going to need to come armed with your LifeVantage ID number and your password for your LifeVantage account. It's that simple. I'm going to go ahead and type in mine, and away we go. So once you've logged in, you're going to land right on the deck.
All right. So pretty simple, right? Easy way for you to be able to use the app. And some people love working their whole business off their cell phones, and others like using their laptops. I do a little bit of both. The app's new, well, sort of new, and we're still working bugs out of it. And so what I do when I'm enrolling a new customer or a new distributor, I start with the app. That's where it's the easiest for me because I don't have my laptop everywhere I go, but I do have my cell phone. So I start with the app. If I run into some type of difficulties, this is what I do. I'm going to share my screen again. When I can get to my laptop, this is what I do, right? I come in and I'm going to go back to the browser. I'm going to open up another page, and up here, Zoom has got their stuff all over. Let me see if I can move this out of the way. I don't even know if you guys can see that, but it was on my browser. So my URL is bc.lifevantage.com. Now, you're going to want to set yours up to be something that's easy for you to remember or something that's catchy. My initials, BC, right, .lifevantage.com is my site. You can see up here in the upper left, your distributor is Brandon Cunningham. So it starts out usually with your ID number, but you can go in your back office, okay? And you can change this for whatever you want it to be as long as it's not already taken. And so now this is my back office. It's my virtual site, and I can set up a cart here. I can go and I can click Buy Now. And once I'm in here, there's the shop button. And as you can see, like if I want to get in the Vitality Stack, I just click Add to Cart. Yes, I want it in my packets because that's the easiest. And you can see over here now I have a cart. And then I can just hit Share Cart and it will share it out however I want to share it out. Okay, so make sure as a new distributor, you know how to log into your virtual site. So you have a back office that shows you, like, you know, who's signing up in your business, your volumes, a bunch of other things are there, but this is what we call your replicated site. This is what the world sees when you send out your link. So just know what your link is, make it simple so that you can easily sign people up. I actually created a shortcut in my phone. So it's right there. I can just hit that shortcut and it goes right into my virtual site. So I wanted to show that stuff to you as well. Let me go back to our get started checklist real quick to Team True Blue. Just to walk you through here a little bit more, there's a Learn tab here that has the social media training as well as the current promos and the events that are going on. Our compensation plan is there. Under tools, we have our Life Biohacked video. Lifebiohacked.com is a video we commonly share to show the opportunity that we have to people to find out if they're interested. We have opportunity webinars. Here's the recruiting scripts that I talked to you about a little bit earlier in the training. If you click on this, 8 pages of some incredible ways to introduce this business. I'm just noticing it's got the old logo on it. So we've updated that. So you see 8 steps to a great invite: be in a hurry, compliment the prospect, make the invitation, the if I would you, get the time commitment, confirm the action step. Of course, amateurs at the beginning, we're not going to be able to hit all these 8 steps, but eventually you'll get it, and it's not really that hard, right? It's really not that hard to get those steps down. So that's the recruiting scripts that are there. The PowerPoint is available for you to be downloaded. This is a really cool tool that we just loaded up. What to expect when you begin taking NERF 2. I love this document because it was developed by a doctor, for one, and secondly, people want to know what they're going to feel. Sometimes if they don't feel anything in a day or two, they're like, hey, this stuff doesn't work, and that's not true. So I love having this document available, and if I were you, I would make this document available as well to some people. Give it to them so that they kind of know what to expect when they take NERF 2. So there's a tool that many people don't even know we've uploaded to our website, and that's why you want to stay tuned. We got our elite distributors here. We've got our teams. We've got our Facebook tribes or communities, as well as some of the updates that we have, incentive trips, and so on, excuse me. And we also, I guess I can go in and show you this as well. We have the exact same site for True Blue in Spanish, okay? The full-blown site in Spanish, opportunity stuff, video stuff, getting started checklist, it's all there. And we're already working on other languages. And as we build organizations and there's a need, we'll build those replicated sites for True Blue. Guys, you guys have joined a global organization, not only with LifeVantage, but with this team. We have core values in place that we live by every day. And we just know that by you joining us, you're going to quickly realize how incredibly wise a decision you made because of the network of the people you're going to be around, the positive influences, and what we're doing and accomplishing as a team. So let me get back to the checklist real quick. Let me pull this up, and just want to, for the last few minutes of this training, I want to key in on your why and that database. Your why in this business, the reason for doing the business. Now, not to, feel better or lose weight. That's great reasons to have joined us. And certainly by taking our products, you're giving your body and your loved ones the best chance of you being around, right? But beyond that, if you do want to earn some money, then we need to know why. Why is that? Do you want to earn the money, like I said, just to make enough to kind of fund your health supplements? And if so, that's great. But some people want more than that. For me, my why was to get out of the car business. The car business was killing me. I was not a salesman, okay, but I was in the car business. I kind of worked behind the scenes under some contracts with the dealerships, and it was killing me. And my first goal was to get out of the car business. And so it had to be real to me. So I wrote that down. And so here's some questions for you to try to identify your why. What if your yearly income became your monthly income? Okay, you guys know, I'm going to stop sharing so we can, here we go. So you guys know what you make in a year. What if your yearly income became your monthly income? Would you still live in the same house you live in? If so, okay. If not, where would you live? Where would you live? If your yearly income became your monthly income, would you drive the same car? If not, what would you drive? If your yearly income became your monthly income, what would you do different? What if you didn't have to go to work on Monday? What would you do? And most people, it's such a foreign thought. They're like, well, I don't know what I would do. But after you get beyond, I don't know, you think about it for a little bit. What would you do? If money wasn't an issue anymore, what would you do? Would you take care of your parents? Would you go visit some people? Would you travel? And if so, that's your why. That's where we need to start, because for most people, they do have to go to work on Monday. And they're not able to do those things, but the possibility is there. It's happened for my wife and I. It's happened for a lot of people. We've been able to take this opportunity and make some things happen that were not possible if we would not have said yes to LifeVantage and started showing the video and talking about this crazy yellow pill, guys. This is a game changer. This extends life, guys, proven. And we're the only company in the world that can say that. And people think we're crazy when we say that, but they also thought the Wright brothers were crazy. And we can go on and on about what's crazy. You know, those things with wings that weigh thousands and thousands of pounds fly all over the skies. Jets fly everywhere. Okay, that's crazy, but it's happening, right? 20 years ago, we couldn't talk to people on, the other side of the world by video, and now we can on our cell phones. Right? So what people think are impossible is really not impossible. And I'm telling you, it is very possible for you guys to live a life with LifeVantage free of the anxiety of money. Free. No more anxiety over money, because there's more coming in than you need. And it starts with a why. It just starts with a why. What if you forget about the yearly to the monthly? What if you just had an extra $2,000 a month? What if you just had an extra $2,000 a month that you don't have right now? How would that change your life? What would you do with that money? And that's what you need to write down on that checklist, okay? And then when things get a little difficult, or when someone tells you no, or it's not making sense to you, I want you to go back to that list of your whys and understand that if your why is not bigger than your obstacle will win. We all have obstacles in life, guys. Every one of us. No one has a trouble-free life. Everybody has issues, okay, that we all have to deal with, and we all go through life dealing with issues differently. But the bottom line is that when this thing gets a little bit tough, you need to be able to refer to that list of why you did this. And if your why is bigger than the obstacle, then you'll be fine. When the obstacle becomes bigger than the why, and that's why a lot of times the why can't be money. So for me, yes, making some more money was great, but I wanted the flexibility to live the next 20 years the way I wanted to live it, not the way my boss or a job was going to mandate that it live, okay? And so make sure you clearly understand your why. A lot of it revolves around our family, providing for our family, providing for our kids, being able to do some things for our kids that maybe weren't able to be provided for us. I'm it can go on and on and on. But the sad thing is most people are spending the best years of their life to the slavery of a paycheck. And that's pathetic, because in today's world, we're surrounded by opportunities, and this is one of the best I've ever seen. Exclusive rights to that product. Now, the database, what I want you guys to do today, right now, is to write down 20 names. Get 20 names on a list. If you've been in the business for a while, get 20 new names, okay? If you go, I don't know 20 new people, then look at that why. Why did you join this? And then tell me you can't get 20 names. Open your phone up. Right? There's thousands, hundreds of thousands of phone numbers in your phone. Get those names down on the list, and let's start seeing if they're looking. And don't prejudge anyone, guys, because we never know who's going to do this. When I signed up, my cousin didn't know I wanted to do this. I didn't know I wanted to do this. I just knew I wanted that product, and then I went to an event that absolutely changed my life. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this Get Start training. It's simple. It's something that everyone can do. And at the end of the day, guys, if you don't understand anything else, take these products every day. Take Protandim every day. That's step one. Take Protandim every day. And take it for the next 90 days, 120 days if you're brand new. Create that product story, right? And the second thing we do is we just share the tools to people who may or may not be looking, right? Hey, I found something I'm excited about. I don't know if you're looking or not, but if I send you a video, would you take a look? That's simple, right? And they're either in or they're out. It's not that difficult. Don't focus on the no's. Focus on those that are looking. It's just like, I've heard it explained a million ways. Chewing gum, right? Do you want some gum? 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 Not everybody's going to take it. Some will, because they just maybe had onions for lunch. So anyway, that is the business that we are in. It's a business of finding people who are looking and who are ready for some change in their life. By you guys watching this and spending some time with me today, I know obviously you're looking and ready for some change. You're in the right place with the right company. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we will see you guys soon at the next event. So come find us. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.